Have you ever been in the presence of someone who doesn't talk much, but when they do speak, every word seems to matter? Their words carry weight. Their presence commands respect. And it's not because they're loud or overly charismatic. It's because they've mastered something rare in today's world. Silence. In an age of constant opinions, noisy timelines, and endless debates, silence has become not only uncommon, but powerful. This isn't about being shy, or passive, or afraid to speak up. This is about strategic silence, the kind the Stoics mastered, the kind that makes people listen when you speak, and respect you when you don't. In this video, we're diving deep into 12 life-changing moments where remaining silent is your greatest strength. Let's begin. 1. When you're unfairly criticized. Your instinct might be to clap back, to explain, to prove your worth. But what if you didn't? What if you let your silence do the talking? The Stoics believed reactivity is weakness, that our true strength lies in how little we allow others to shake our peace. By remaining silent, you send a message louder than words. I don't need to explain myself, because the truth doesn't need defense. This silence isn't about surrender. It's about power. It's about dignity. Let them talk. Let them assume. You stay composed, because your integrity doesn't require their approval. 2. When you're filled with anger. Anger is a storm, and your words can become lightning. But silence? Silence is the calm eye of that storm. It's easy to react when you're heated, but it takes mastery to pause. The Stoics trained themselves to observe their emotions before responding. That split second of silence, that one deep breath, could be the difference between damage and discipline. You don't have to say everything you feel. Sometimes, the most powerful move is to say nothing at all. Because once words are spoken in anger, they can't be taken back. 3. When you're comforting someone in grief. When someone's hurting, we often rush to fill the silence. We say things like, "It'll be okay," or "They're in a better place." But the truth is, words can feel empty in moments of real pain. The Stoics knew that presence, not platitudes, heals. Sometimes, all someone needs is for you to be there, to sit, to listen, to not speak. Your silence becomes the space for their emotions. And in that quiet, something sacred happens. They feel seen without feeling fixed. 4. When you're faced with ignorance, not every argument is worth your energy. Not every ignorant comment deserves correction. When someone is committed to misunderstanding, let your silence become the mirror they face. The Stoics practiced restraint in the face of ignorance, knowing that arguing with a fool only makes you look like one. Correct when it matters. Speak when it's productive. But don't cast your pearls before those who don't care to listen. Sometimes, the best answer is none at all. 5. When you're falsely accused, being misunderstood, misrepresented, blamed for something you didn't do, it's infuriating. And yet, the Stoics taught us this: truth needs no panic. If you know who you are, you don't need to prove it to everyone. Let your calm, collected silence be your shield. Because the truth has a strange way of surfacing, especially when you stop trying to force it. The more you explain, the more you seem unsure. But when you remain grounded in your truth and say less, you command more respect than any explanation ever could. 6. When life is unfair. Sometimes life hits you hard. You lose a job, a relationship fails, a dream crumbles, and the urge to rant, to vent, to scream at the sky, it's strong. But here's where silence becomes your training ground. In silence, you regroup, you assess, you grow. The Stoics didn't see misfortune as punishment. They saw it as an invitation to rise. You don't need to broadcast your pain. You just need to build quietly in the shadows until your peace becomes louder than your problems. 7. When you're insulted. Insults are traps. They're bait designed to provoke a reaction, to pull you into a war you don't need to fight. But silence. Silence is a refusal to be dragged down. It's saying, your words don't reach me. When you respond with calm, with stillness, you reveal their lack of control, not yours. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you untouchable. Because power doesn't scream. It stands. 8. When arguments escalate. When tension rises, everyone wants to be heard, but few want to listen. The Stoics understood that sometimes silence is the doorway to resolution. In an argument, the one who listens first, who pauses, is the one in control. You're not surrendering your stance, you're strengthening it. Let the noise settle. And then, if you must speak, speak with clarity and intention. Silence first, wisdom second. 9. When you're working on yourself, growth doesn't need a spotlight. In fact, the most powerful transformations happen in silence. No announcements, no motivational speeches, no daily Instagram posts, just quiet consistency. The Stoics believed that true change is internal, and it's best nurtured in solitude. Let your results speak for themselves, because the loudest people are rarely the ones doing the deepest work. 10. When someone is trying to provoke you, some people live to stir the pot. They poke, they prod, they want a reaction. But when you give them nothing, they lose control of the narrative. Your silence becomes your armor. It protects your peace. It turns manipulation into powerlessness. Because nothing is more unsettling to a provocateur than someone who refuses to play the game. 11. When making big decisions. Life throws crossroads at us all the time. Career moves, relationships, major risks. The world will tell you, decide fast, move now. Don't hesitate. But the Stoics? They paused. They turned inward. They used silence as their compass to align with their values, their purpose, and their long-term vision. Don't rush big decisions. Retreat into silence. Reflect. And then, act with intention. 12. When listening to others. True listening is rare. Most people don't listen. They wait to talk. But when you silence your mind, when you give someone your full presence, something magical happens. They feel seen, understood, safe. And in return, you gain trust, connection, influence. Silence isn't passive. It's one of the most active forms of respect you can offer. And the more you practice it, the deeper your relationships will grow. Final thoughts. Silence isn't emptiness. It's intention. It's choosing not to waste your voice on noise. It's deciding that your peace, your presence, and your power are too valuable to be thrown around lightly. Speak when it matters. Stay silent when it serves you. Because when you learn to master silence, your words become legendary. And your presence, unforgettable. This is the Stoic way. Let silence be your stance. Let wisdom be your weapon. And let the world hear your message, not by how much you say, but by how powerfully you choose to stay silent.